Recording.
And we are going live on Facebook. Okay. All right, Greg.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to a few of you. For those of you watching live and those of you watching the replay, today is the community briefing. It is Thursday, December 16, and our last broadcast for this calendar year, 2021. We will be skipping the next 2 Thursdays as we celebrate the Christmas and Kwanzaa festivities and the new year. And then we'll be back on, anybody have that date in January? It looks like
I think it's the 6th.
6th. We'll be back on January 6th. So welcome. Today our guest is Felecia Fisher-Shamu. And she's going to be sharing all of her creativity and her entrepreneurship and facilities beautification. So she'll be sharing with us momentarily. My name is Gregory Sneed. I have a company, Lifesaver Financial Services. I help my clients with life insurance, long-term care insurance. I'm a financial coach and I teach financial literacy because I believe that when you feel better about your money, you feel better about your life. If you'd like to feel better about your money, I have some information in the chat. Please connect with me and we'll get you reacquainted with all your dollars and cents. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce the queen of our community briefing, Miss Crystal Mitchell.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the community briefing. So happy to have you. I am excited to meet our guest today. I'm just so impressed with all the beautiful work that I've seen on her Facebook, on her website. She's pretty awesome. I am Crystal Mitchell. I am the co-director of Recycling Black Dollars and the founder of the Community Briefing, which is brought to you so that you can meet all our leaders and stakeholders and keep you up to date in the moment information that is very important to our community, to your businesses, and to your personal life. I co-host the Business Zone with Crystal and Gilbert every Friday afternoon. I also co-host another podcast called Conversations on the Patio, where we talk about all things retirement. I'm a business coach and I work hard for my community. So I want to welcome you all. Make sure you put your information in the chat so that we can get to know you. This is a networking platform and this is a program that's powered by Recycling Black Dollars and the BBA, the Black Business Association. So welcome. This is our last show for this season for 2021, but we're so excited about 2022 and we hope you will be as well. We're gonna turn it back over to Greg, and then at that point, Stephen, or unless Stephen's gonna say something at the beginning or at the end.
No, at this time, I'd like to introduce Emma Maxey from the Small Business Administration. Emma likes to share a few moments. Emma Maxey, if you'd be so kind.
Oh, you're muted.
Oh, yes. Okay. Hi. Good afternoon, almost everyone. And thank you for being here. I'm going to share some information about the the COVID-19 EIDL program. It's going to end December the 31st. I can't emphasize that. And those that applied and got the actual loan, God bless you. There are many in the queue that are still waiting. If your information is still in the queue, even after the 31st, we will respond to it. And when they tell you there's no money left, I heard someone say that earlier, there's still money available. Just remember that, but you cannot apply after the 31st, and they will not process any applications that come in. There's also the Target EIDL Advanced application, and it will be accepted up also December 31st. So if you're doing first time for the EIDL, you can still do it. And I encourage anybody that's out there to do it. This is probably never happen again. If you have R1 and EIDL Advanced, we're still taking applications for that up until the 31st. If you have a supplement Target Advanced, it's too late. The deadline was the 10th. So if you did make that deadline, they will process those applications up until the 31st. But if you don't hear from us after 31st, it's too late. So these are important dates you need to know and understand. If you have a problem with your EIDL loan that's pending, you've gone to your account to see the status. You can't get the correct answers. I am going to give you a phone number you need to call. The number is 833-853-5638. That is a direct number. It's different from the number that you were given early on, but this number, you may have to wait a while to get someone to answer, but they will answer. They will also give you an option to leave your number for them to call back. But if you can't, just hang in there. I was on the phone almost an hour and a half with the client early part of the week, but we got someone on the phone. And the reason why it's important that you talk to someone is if you've been waiting for a response or whether or not you're going to be funded and you're getting conflicting information, talk directly with them and find out what's going on. I put my information in the box and there are several people. If you want to call me, I can help you. I can also get on the call with you. But you must provide everything that they ask you to do. And that's one of the problems that's going on. People didn't submit updated information or they didn't know there was information that the SBA has not received. Make sure you understand exactly what's going on. Again, if I can help you, I'm here 24/7. Call me anytime. I can answer and work with you. But good luck to anybody that's trying to get an EIDL loan. I don't know if the SBA will ever do this again, but trust me, this is a good program. You'll never get an interest rate like this again. And they are really trying to help as many small businesses as possible. So please call me, call the SBA, call that number, but put your patience on and make sure you know what questions you want to ask them. Be prepared with your loan number and your last 4 digits of your Social Security. And that way they can find you. And anybody have any questions? I can help you right now. I have another meeting to go to, so I'm hoping, I'm sorry I'm rushing this, but I really wanted you guys to know about this loan and why it's imperative that you respond now. And the deadline again is December the 31st.
Thank you, Emma. I'll put Emma information in the chat box. Greg?
Yes. So we are now about to be briefed and informed by our guest, Felecia Fisher-Shamu. She is the principal at Vitality Casegoods Restoration and Furniture Manufacturing, Inc. Located right here in Los Angeles. Are you here in LA?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm in Los Angeles.
All right, City of Angels. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And she looked like her education, we'll go in reverse order, from Cal State University, East Bay, also from the University of Oregon. Are you originally from Oregon?
No, I'm not, actually. My father was in the military, so we traveled around a lot. And I lived in Germany and Hawaii and different parts of California.
Fabulous.
So we're used to just being around and being global and doing different things like that.
Fantastic. Well, from the inception of her first furnishings facility to her current position as president and co-founder of Vitality Casegoods, she is creating and producing and delivering high quality handcrafted case goods and furniture to the hospitality industry. She's going to share with us some of her work. We've got some beautiful pictures. Tell us some of the custom furniture groupings that she's doing for hotel properties, mixed use developments. And she even created an event rental furnishings division. So she's making it happen in a space that we don't normally see females or people of color. So she is making it happen, a mover and shaker. So without further delay, my pleasure to introduce Felecia Fisher-Shamu.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate being on this community television show. show. I appreciate that, and sharing our stories with the community, and also inspiring others to become involved in manufacturing. And I have to say, when I came to Los Angeles, I was involved in modeling and acting like a lot of other people, which I enjoyed. I'm a creative person as I am. But anyway, my daughter's father was into furniture manufacturing and design. And actually he was working on the former Walt Disney house in Toluca Lake. And they were working on a lot of gold, handcrafted, metal, crystal, not crystal, but acrylic designs. And so I was just inspired by this. I was inspired walking through the factories, all the upholsters, the refinishers. There's various types of refinishing, the carpenters, building cabinetry. I was just inspired by all of these things. And so as time went on, I went on to start another company called Desert Apricot. And I was doing a lot of residential work. A lot of people remember me. They also remember me from Rainforest because we designed and manufactured a lot of furniture for people in the community. The community really came out and supported us. And that even inspired me more because they wanted me to continue to do more. So I realized if I stayed in residential work, it would keep me doing custom things all the time. So I wanted to do more production work because I wanted my employees to be doing the same thing, every day, consistently. And so I decided to go into the hospitality industry. And what I did was, in those days, we had the yellow pages. And so I opened up the yellow pages and I called the different hotels and I spoke with the chief engineers and I asked them if they had any furniture they needed to be made or reupholstered. And they said, yeah, come on in. So I would go in and I would reupholster sofas in the rooms or chairs or anything in the public areas that they had. I made new furniture for them. And then I got my first break. It was at the Beverly Hills Residence Inn. And he looked at my work and he said, I'm going to do another property in Pasadena, the Pasadena Courtyard Hotel. And he says, I want you to bid on this package. So it was a package for all the public area furniture and some items in the room. And so he gave me the job, and that was my first job, manufacturing all the furniture for the lobby, doing more high-end, high volume projects for the hotels. And then they wanted me to do a model room. And so I could do a model room because I had learned in my residential life how to order the carpets, how to do window treatments, and I could design the furniture. And so he had a goal in mind, and I designed all the furniture for his model room. And then, and so we completed the model room. And then, after I finished that model room, I was like, I need to be working on the corporate level, in this business. So one of the first things I did was I joined an organization called NEWH, Network of Executive Women in Hospitality. And I said, well, I can at least get some friends. I have some friends, people to get to know me, because of course they were wondering, who is this woman that wants to make furniture, for our project? And so I wanted to make it known. So I got on the board. I got on the Los Angeles chapter board. And so I was able to, kind of market our furniture a little more. And people were able to get to know who we were and also start to get an understanding of what kind of furniture we made. And then I became a certified woman-owned business, a certified minority-owned business. And so the first corporation that was able to really tie into what we do and take us to where we wanted to go was the MGM. And the MGM, they sent us straight to one of their purchasing companies, which was Stroud. And I hired a sales rep just to go get that account because we needed to get that account and someone to just stay on it, you know, while we were working on some other things. And so we did get the account. And the first project we were going to do was the Detroit, the MGM in Detroit. And we did so many great pieces in there that the purchasing company kept us alone, kept us working. And then just from there, we started working on other Marriotts, Hyatts, Hiltons. We have a range of hotels that we worked on. We worked in Saudi Arabia. Actually, it was in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, on one of their mixed-use developments. And we were creating furniture and shipping it in containers to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. And we've done other international projects. But here locally, we're in the Bonaventure, the West End Bonaventure that we all go and have our events. And when you're going in the lobby there, all those chairs all around there and everything, that's all Vitality there. And you can go in the Biltmore, you know, in their lobby. You see our sofas in the Biltmore. And we're responsible for even the design of the rooms in the Biltmore. And we just work on, you know, various hotels locally, but we have a range of other hotels and projects that we do. So I think you have some of those things for us. Greg? A lot of people don't know exactly how we do what we do. And so we always give these presentations. We go to the different design firms and give them presentations about what we do, how we do it.
Oh, no.
And yeah, just keep moving this along. One thing, we have engineered drawings. We have all these details. How about stopping right there? Yeah, this is the MGM Springfield Hotel. And we did a lot of indoor, outdoor public space, you know, some things for the guest rooms for this project. That's what they always liked about us. We do mixed use packages. Mixed use means that you'll do metal, you'll do wood, you might do some acrylic, and there's stone so involved in the projects that we do now. Keep going, Gray, keep moving it. We're in the SoFi Stadium. If you ever get a chance to go into the
Owners.
The owner's suite.
Owners Club.
Oh, the Owners Club. All right, you'll see this furniture in there. Keep going, Greg. And this is a new one. This is the Fairmont Hotel. I love this job because they brought in a lot of furniture from Paris, and we restored the furniture from Paris. It was a beautiful job. And the other thing we did, we worked on the guest room sectionals, the sofas there, made other pieces for the spa, the lobby bar, and they have a bar way up on the top floor. So that was a very fun job. And that hotel just opened. We've done some things in the Outback State House, just some of the upholstery. Keep moving. This is one of our first projects for the Marriott. And when I say it was a first project, it was their sample of what the Marriott look was going to be. And we did this for them at Newport News. And this is a job I'm really proud of because my family is from Arkansas, from Benton, Arkansas. And I remember telling my grandfather, I said, I have no idea how to get a contract in Arkansas, you know, because they had those railroad tracks and the Black people are on this side, the white people are on that side. I'm like, how do people get contracts around here? But anyway, I'm very proud that we were able to make furniture for the VIP suites and in the lobby area for the Marriott in Little Rock, Arkansas. And here's some of the work in the Westin Bonaventure. You know, whenever you're in there, you're in our chairs. We're just about to redo the area, so they're going to become a lot more contemporary. But it's going to be a process, and I know COVID is really taking some of the budgets down and backwards for the hotels, but we're coming back. If you ever went to the House of Music and Entertainment, we did all the work in there for that restaurant in Beverly Hills. What do you have next, Greg? Oh, this is a job I really love. This was the Bergdorf Goodman restaurant in New York. And this was a project with Kelly Wursler and I, just for them to bring these chairs in for me to reproduce them, you know, for this hotel. That was just my thing. I love to reproduce antiques, and it was reproducing the frames for this project. And we did a lot of branding in here. We embroidered the Bergdorf logo on the leather of these chairs, of the green chairs you see.
Is that green? It looks, that's a pretty color. Is that green or blue? It looks sort of like a.
Well, they're the green ones and they're the blue ones.
Oh, the blue. Oh, yeah, right here. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the blue ones. And yeah, the green ones are right here. Yeah, see, there's their logo right there. So if you ever go into that restaurant, you'll see those. Hopefully it's still there. This was a job I loved. It was with PMI, the purchasing company. But I love this piece actually here because it's a console and it's got metal, it's got a stone, acrylic, and a lot of different mixtures, and you had to put them all together like that into a piece of furniture. I love that one. And this one here too. You had to laser cut the metal on this, here on this. This was laser cut and it's the wood, and you had to do it just right, just for it to sit right in there. All right. This was the first job we did at the MGM. These were some of the pieces that we made. We had friends really working on this hotel, a lot of carving, just different cabinetry, because they were actually very contemporary in that day too. So yes. This is Shangri-La in Canada. They just recently renovated this hotel too. So yeah, this is another job we do. So you have to understand in every facet of manufacturing to get a product out just right and to package it and ship it out. Because even if you don't package it up right, it's still your fault. So you really have to know how to package the furniture into the crates and onto the trucks. And this is working with laminates and woods, different, yeah, laminate and finished wood here. Great for Casegoods. This is working with the CNC machines here for the Luxor Hotel. Yeah, and this was one of our projects. I'm going to have George talk to you about this project. Are you there, George?
I am. Yeah, we got in early. We were working with a design firm for the Aria Hotel and Casino. They wanted an organic treatment for the walls that were going into the public restrooms in the casino. And so they gave us a preliminary design of a leaf with veins. And we came up with an idea of how to CNC the design into some wood using various depths and different bits. And so we did created this. We also created the product that covers the piece. These were actually carved out of wood. And then they wanted it, the covering to be, of course, it had to be sturdy, it had to be easy to clean, and it had to be waterproof because it was going into, of course, the bathrooms in a moisture environment. We actually did a lot of research and found a resin that was made for boats. It was a marine resin. And we actually found a way to use it for this product. and it has stood up well, and they loved it. And so yeah, if you're ever in the Aria Hotel and the public restrooms in the casino, you'll see our work. You'll see our work.
Yeah, the design and those are the public area bathrooms. So sometimes we tell, yeah, you got to go to the bathroom. You got to go see our work in there. All right, and this is a Gensler project. This is Google, actually. You can do this one too, George.
Well, we were contracted to do their real estate management group up in Mountain View, California. And it was a mix of architectural pieces. These pieces you're looking at right now were actually built into the side of a wall. They call them their creative nooks. So up above, the left, right, and the center were their concept ideas. And the bottom left and the bottom right, of course, were the actual pieces that we carved out and built into the wall. We actually had to go up there and install them. And we're also certified through them, through Google, we're also certified to do e-manufacturing. We had to go through a 1-month application process from supply chain all the way down to the materials we used. Nothing could be further, none of the materials could come further than 300 miles away. We used materials that were 100% recyclable, metal that was 100% recyclable, and the foam we used in these pieces were actually from soybean-based foam. I know it's interesting, but there is actually a foam based on soybeans that's all hypoallergenic and all environmentally friendly. So this is some of the samples of the pieces we made: sofas, couches for their executive suites, public area furniture. We even did their cafeteria. So this is all up on Mountain View and at the Google's real estate management group. So it was real fun.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you can keep moving, Greg. These are some of the soy-based materials. And this started working on the CNC machines. You see some of these items in our rental collection, because we have a lot of CNC machine screens that we use. And they're like silver, gold, white. We've really had fun, with the CNC equipment. We also do work with a lot of data ports. We make a lot of conference room tables. Okay. Solid surfaces. Yeah, keep moving, Greg. LED lights, laminates. These are all laminates designed for stores. This was for the Acura dealership. We made a lot of these for their dealership. Keep going. And working with a lot of materials. This is metal, like wallpaper, but it's fabric, acrylic, into a piece of furniture. We do a lot of custom work, a lot of custom finishes. We have a catalog online. And so yeah, this is what we do. And you can always call us if this is something you're interested in getting involved in. And it really takes hanging around me to really know how to make some furniture. So if you have any more questions, and yeah, FITM. They have it's a design, school for a lot of people interested in getting involved in interior design, fashion, and furniture. And so we manufacture furniture for some of the students in their program for several years, about 5 years. We do many different things for the community. So that's Vitality. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them.
Well, before Greg starts to ask you questions, my God, that was absolutely incredible. Wow, so talented and so beautiful. I'm just so impressed. And how many women are in positions like yourself or own manufacturing companies that do what you do?
I don't know exactly how many, but I think just here in California, I think I've maybe noticed 5.
Wow.
Me as an African American, maybe 2 Latinos, and maybe 2 Caucasians.
Wow.
But, we've been friends over the years and we actually help each other. So, and I think it was a little different being an African American and a woman. It's like, first of all, do African Americans make any furniture? And we were probably among the first two. But do they make any furniture? And then what kind of furniture do they make? You need to really study this and figure this out. What kind of furniture do they make? So I know when I started my first catalog, I made sure I put in there all the basic kind of furniture that they would purchase in the hospitality industry. And then I just grew and put, other things. And now I think we've just blossomed to really just making our own lines and things that we want to make. Mm-hmm.
I'm just amazed that your first project, you just reached out to who you wanted to design furniture for and just called them and made that cold call. Most of everyone is like, okay, how do I make this happen? Who I need to introduce me to whoever needs to do whatever I need to do to get into that circle. But you just picked up the phone and called somebody.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And they'll answer you. I don't know how it is today, but I think they still answer you today,
Wow.
But no, it wasn't easy. And also, for a long time, Stroud was even our only account for a long time. I don't think they knew they were our only account, hotel account. But then some other little ones started coming in, and it wasn't really easy to break through the business either. And I'm still trying to break through the business. And but I think I'm a veteran at this time, and I think they're a lot more open to me and understanding that we do know what we're doing, because it's the last thing you want to do is work with someone who doesn't know what they're doing. It's just an effect that goes all down the line if there's one mistake. So no, we're right in line, and we're always open to work with different hotels.
Greg, I turn it over to you. You're unmuted. You got to unmute.
There we go. Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite pieces that you've shown here. This one, I really like that one.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And this is very beautiful too.
Yes, it was. Well, if you ever come in here, you'll find out we like beautiful things. I just had a fabulous event yesterday. It was up in the hills, and it was for an artist. He had the most beautiful artwork. And so I had to have the furniture for the event, to kind of go with his artwork and their feeling. And so it was a lot of very beautiful, traditional, artistic type furniture that we use. They like throne chairs, things like that. But soon I'll have some pictures up of that. But people have really enjoyed our furniture. We did a project at the SoFi Stadium as well for the American Institute of Architects. And actually, we worked with HKS and Noel and a couple people. We got together and we did work on the event for the American Institute of Architects. And I also did one for NOMA. I did an event for them as well. But, it's still really breaking through. I mean, if we could really break through during, next year, the way we'd like to, because I've got at least 4 or 5 different purchasing companies that have worked with us, or maybe 2 more are beginning to work with us. But you really have to work with them so that they can continue to send the orders in, so that you can continue to keep your workers busy and keep the furniture going out. So, and we need a larger building too. So there are a lot of expansions that we need to do next year to keep up with the demand of what we should be doing.
I want you to proudly say, how long have you been in business now? How long you've been doing this?
Well, I have been doing this for 30 years. Yes. That's because I started when I was in my 20s. you know, so which makes me a veteran right now. That's a good feeling. I think the older the better, you know, and the more we can share and the more designs we can fabricate that are unique.
In that 30 years, there's obviously a progression of materials that are very popular. In the old days, everything was wood, and then it was replaced by things like formica and different products. So what's popular now, and where do you see the future going in terms of materials?
Wow. Well, what goes around comes around. That's to my heart too, because I like furniture from the 30s and the 40s, from the 80s, the 90s, and the 70s. So it's all related to the materials, and it's really going in a direction of contemporary, and that's in design. So they're using a lot of walnut and a lot of stone. We have a lot of standard stone tops and things that you see reoccurring, especially in different hotels, and even the finishes. I've noticed some of the hotels they're all using the same. It's almost a brown, pale green, neutral finish. But things, like I say, and it's getting to a point right now that people, especially in their home, they can have whatever they want. They like contemporary, they like a combination, a mixture of that, they do that. And it's just what people want now, because people want to live in an environment that truly reflects their feelings, their taste. So, but I think it's still, in the hotel industry, there are not that many African Americans supplying product to the hotel industry. And I would like to see more of that. And I would also like to see us prosper and become successful in the way that I've seen some of my peers. So, and it takes a lot, to do that, but we have done a lot. And we've also shown that we're very professional in our capabilities and even in our shipping and delivery. So I've just been having fun, actually.
That's great.
Especially with our rental business. So there are a lot of different lines I'd like to design for rental. And we've done things for the Brotherhood Crusade, the Image Awards, the Emmys. I know Kim Whitley had us on her show. The Basketball Wives had us on their show. So we've been enjoying it. It's always been a fun place to come and visit us.
Where are you located?
We're on El Segundo Boulevard in the 110 freeway.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One of the questions here, do you have a team of designers that are creating the furniture? Or are we looking at a team?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you the beauty about what we do. When we're working with the different hotels, they have a team of designers. And we work with their team of designers to manufacture the furniture that they want in their hotels. And I think we're getting closer to, more designers to work with Vitality. But we have a lot of student designers as well, doing projects for the community. And I'm always coming out with something as well. So
We're getting a lot of complimentary comments in the chat as well. Everything's beautiful, awesome, congratulations, great work. I've always dreamed of you supplying the wellness group. Thank you, you were incredible and amazing. And let's see what else we hear. Amazing presentation. How popular is acrylic furniture?
I'm just so glad it's coming back. There was a while, acrylic was in I think in the 80s and the 90s. And then in the 2000s, it sort of kind of went out. And a lot of the acrylic companies went out of business as well. So, but acrylic is big time right now. You can do anything in acrylic, it's sold.
Another question here says, I see that restorations is in the list of your services. Is there a volume requirement? I think you mentioned earlier about doing custom versus something repetitively.
Oh, no, there's no volume requirement. As a matter of fact, I'm restoring furniture all around for local residential people. But we did restore the furniture in the Four Seasons Hotel in Beverly Hills. And it may be time to go back there and restore them, but it was like replacing a lot of veneers that were cracked, and also being able to get the finish of the burl wood back up, and carving little pieces that were missing, in the furniture. So yeah, I just can't get myself out of restoring furniture. I just have a love for that as well. I hate doing too many things, You make it wear a girl out.
Greg restores furniture as well. He's being quite modest right now, but his Facebook page, I don't know if it's a new hobby, but he's quite talented at it.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a hobby. But
Yeah.
Especially for furniture in your families. A lot of times, when relatives pass away, you're just throwing the furniture out on the lawn. You don't do that. You got to look at the furniture, see exactly what it is, see if you can even transform it a bit to work in your home. Find other nieces and nephews, that might want to take the furniture in. But it's very well made furniture, and it's over time, it's just beautiful. I have a lot from my family. I remember when my grandparents passed away, they put the furniture outside. I said, hold on, we'll be right there. I picked one of our vans down, and we went and picked up the furniture. And I've even got one of the sofas in my catalog, and it's called the Branch sofa. It's beautiful. I still have it. Yeah.
Well, as Crystal mentioned, that's how it started. My wife's friend of hers gave her a stand-up jewelry armoire, and the color scheme didn't work. And so I said, well, this is solid wood. I can sand this down to bare wood and stain it. So I did that and gave it sort of a rustic look, and it came out pretty good.
Yeah,
and then it had drawers. It had the felt, and they were sort of like a faded pink.
Yeah.
So I got
velvet at one time,
Yeah, so I got RIT, the fabric dye, in violet, and I diluted it, and I rolled it onto the felt and popped the color, and it came out pretty nice.
Yeah.
So that was just, Anyway, I'll talk to you. I have a secretary desk that I don't know what to do with, but it was built by a Black furniture maker down south in 1939.
Right. I'd be happy to see it.
Yeah, fabulous. What
Stephen
else?
has a question.
Stephen has a question. On the so this is for George. Given supply chain logistics problems, how has that impacted the delivery of probably your materials as well as getting products out?
Well, it hasn't really affected the quality, but it affects the price. Metal has gone up. I think our metal supplier said that they've had 6 price increases since January. Wood, even plywood, has gone up like 30-40%. So unfortunately, you got to pass those costs along. And sometimes when we're getting requests for bids from different hotels, it's like, really, how come it's so expensive? And it's like, COVID has really affected that. We can still get the kind of wood we need or the metal we need. So it hasn't really affected wait times or turnaround times, but definitely cost.
Well, we did have a time when there was no foam. I mean, these are new times. And I think that went on for probably about 3 weeks. And it would be on and off on the foam, whether we can, get foam or not. But I think it's been foam more than anything, and metal has just been higher cost, you know.
How often do hotels change over their furniture?
Well, 5 to 10 years. Yeah, I mean, very, very high end. Maybe they'll do things within 3 years, some things, but they'll change different things in different areas, but not a whole renovation project. Just an uplift.
Yeah, the general rule is you replace the furniture between 5 and 10, but in every 2.5 to 5 years, you'll do touch up or something like that, just to keep it looking fresh and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
And that's how I got into the hotel business, just touching up and keeping it fresh.
Do you have an internship program?
Yes, we're always open to interns coming to work with us. We've had probably 4. Most of them, I think, came from FITM. We're looking for more interns from trade tech, and just around, just those that are really interested in manufacturing furniture, because you have to be interested in it. You know, you have to have a real love and desire for it. It's not the easiest business, you know, it's not the easiest job, but you really just have to know what you're doing.
I had a client this year that I consulted with, and she has the love that you have, obviously. And so she said during the pandemic, well, she started her business about 4 or 5 years ago, but during the pandemic, she does restoration. And she said so many people wanted office equipment and desks in their home. So she was so busy. She had to buy, I mean, she literally leads a larger factory building in order to house all of the furniture that she's doing a lot of recycling, and it's been really popular during the 2020. And she goes, her business just blew up during the pandemic.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that residential wise, I think so. I think we were more concerned about the standards that we needed to keep in our factory for our employees to be safe, and for everyone to be safe during that time. And that was actually not a great time for our rental furniture, because our rental furniture had to sit for 2 years. One thing, we were lucky that we did already have the order from the SoFi Stadium, and they were still working on the SoFi Stadium. So, you know, the thought was, they're going to need their furniture once they're finished. So we were able to keep working on that project, and we had to lay a few people off. We just had to make the ends meet, and even on some of our receivables, you know, people weren't, you know, sending checks out because they didn't know when they were getting another check. But we managed to get by. George and I really pitched in, you know, whatever we could do during that time. And we're coming through it. We are coming through it. And
amazing work. I see lots of compliments here. I think it's beautiful, and Stephen posted some contact information for you for those who are interested in interns or getting in touch with you. But thank you so much for joining us today, and lovely work, fantastic. Congratulations, 30 years in the business. That's awesome.
Yes. Pretty awesome. I teach a group of kids every summer how to become entrepreneurial or to create businesses, and our kids are so talented, especially in the creative world. And I would love, we're virtual right now, but I'd love for you to speak with the kids on how to using their talents and their skills and their love for their art and creativity to create a business out of that, if you are open to that. And I definitely would reach out to you. We do about 50 kids every summer.
Yes, I'd be very interested in doing that. One thing I did not mention, and we've been for a couple of years, the KGLH event furniture rental company. And a lot of the events we did, we set up all those events and designed them. We made the float for the Martin Luther King holiday. So that float that went on, and I had the Soul Train dancers on there. We did that year. So we have been really able to mix and intermingle, in the community on many different design levels.
Well, we are very impressed and very honored that you agreed to be on the show today. I didn't know, my business partner, Jackie, I'm the co-director of Recycle Black Dollars, and Jackie knew of you. But I did not, but I am so impressed, and I definitely would love to come down to your shop to take a look, and because I mean, if it's as beautiful as all the pictures, I want to see it in real life. Cherie Franklin, she is on. Hello, Cherie. She's saying hello to you, Felecia, and also
hello.
you brought out Donna Diamondly.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
Michelle Moorbell.
All right. Okay, Michelle. Yes, and I want you to know I've been around long enough to have known Muhammad Nasruddin.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
And that's
right.
what Jackie thought, that you knew Muhammad and you were involved with Recycle Black Dollars early in our world.
Back in
when I
the
talked to
day,
her.
I was there. Yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
Yeah, she thought that was who you were, and I told her I would find out for sure. So I will let her know.
Yeah, I think that girl that was on Jefferson.
Yeah,
She
that's exactly what she said. Yes, that's what she said. You were on Jefferson, and I said, I don't know. I just learned of you, and I'm very impressed.
Yeah, she lives. She's still around.
Oh, good. Yeah. Well, one last question. I think Stephen asked this question: how can we, as the Black community, continue to help you grow your business and uplift you, and let everybody know that you are around?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. Well, on the rental side, whenever you're having projects, events, call Vitality. And if you're in the hospitality industry or in purchasing and any of, the corporations for furniture, call Vitality. And when you're in your home and just wondering what to do, I guess you can call Vitality too.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna tell my sister she has a number of pieces from relatives that are passed on that are antiques, and she has a little sofa. She's been looking for someone to give her some ideas and to repair, and she's a collector of things.
Yeah. How do we stop? We like to shop, my gosh, and looking at all the different fabrics and the finishes and the furniture. Actually from the event yesterday, I sold four chairs.
Wow.
She didn't want me to pack them up and put them on the truck. She said, do you mind if I buy these? So.
Well, thank you so much for sharing yourself and your husband with us today. We are so appreciative. We're getting comments on social media. This show streams live on Facebook, so I'll be pushing it. It'll be really marketed out. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Dr. Mays has a presentation.
So Dr. Mays is going to update us on how to stay safe in the next 10 days before we come back in January.
And you're welcome to stick around, but if you can't, bye, Felecia.
Okay. Did you do that to me? Yes.
But don't go.
Felecia, don't go. I think you should stay and hear what it is that I'm going to talk about. So
okay. I think
let me be quick and to the point. Hello, family. As Crystal has said, I want to give you just a few pieces of advice so that you're here for the shows in January. I want you to hear that right now we are in a surge, and that surge came from Thanksgiving. Remember, Thanksgiving was only 4 days that we were off. So you're going to do many more things over the next set of holidays. And I really need you to stay safe. Here's the latest science that's out. On Omicron, one of the things that we have learned is that COVID at the beginning, one person would infect 2 people. Delta was one person can infect about 5 people. Omicron is one person can infect about 8 people. So you need to get your concern level up. I don't know if you saw yesterday, but or a couple of days ago, Cornell had to shut down because 900 students were infected. I want you to understand that in LA County, in LA USD, there are about 34,000 students that haven't gotten vaccinated. So you need to be careful. The best advice I can give you right now is test and continue to test. The president has attempted to make tests free or to tell your insurance company to make sure that you are not charged. Walgreens, Rite Aid, CVS, and you can also go to the California Department of Health website and put in your zip code, and it will tell you where you can go to get a free test. Do not play with this Omicron. And the reason is the media says to you that Omicron is more infectious, but that it is mild. Mild is what we as scientists are telling you. Mild is anything before you go in the hospital. So mild is you can be home and be pretty sick. So understand that we are rating the virus in all these different ways, but mild is not fun. And I have seen it up close. One of my students, she was so sick, I could give her all the advice in the world, but she was too sick to go and take care because she and her husband both were sick at the same time. So they had nobody to do anything for for them until we found out. And then it was too late, because if you, in the first 3 days of having symptoms, if you have COVID, remember Pfizer now has pills that they will advise you to take to try and ensure that you don't end up being hospitalized. But you need to do that in the first 3 days. So don't sit around. Do I have COVID? Maybe I got COVID. It's like, go get a test, rapid test, and know immediately so that you can take advantage of either taking pills, asking for monoclonal antibodies, but we don't want you in the hospital. So Crystal, that's all I want to say, is to ask people to really take this serious, because it is predicted that we are going to have yet another surge. In this country, people are dying, like we have about 1,000 people that are dying a day. We're asking ourselves, where are we going to be in this epidemic? Because, we have in the United States lost 800,000 people. And Omicron can take some people out. So don't just listen to, well, it's mild, but, listen to, don't get infected.
I will absolutely agree with you. Everyone knows Gilbert, my co-host on the Business Zone, was tested positive from the surge of the Thanksgiving. He was infected at Thanksgiving dinner. He is in the hospital, and here was the issue. Same exactly what you just said, Dr. Mays. Gilbert lives alone and he has no family out here. And so he called me, and I can't, in fact, I can't expose myself because I have a family. So I couldn't go to him. All I could do was call him on the phone. And about 4 or 5 days, a week later, I finally encouraged him to go to the hospital. By the time he got there, he had double pneumonia. And Gilbert had, without him knowing it, an underlying blood pressure problem. And so his blood pressure is fluctuating all over the place. They're trying every kind of drug. He's getting stronger, but he won't be out the hospital for a while, for a minute or two, because he's really sick. And so I totally am agreeing when I hear people saying, well, I'll get it and I'll get through it. You don't know what's going on in your body. And it appears that it goes after that weak area in your body. And he's slightly overweight, like a lot of us are from COVID. So a lot of things were the factors that we're fighting. So we're praying for him to get stronger and get out of the hospital. But I am with you 100%. We need to be safe. So just be careful out there, guys. Wear your mask for Thanksgiving, for Christmas dinner. And I'm with Dr. Mays. Ask them to take a test before they come to the house.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And get your booster shot.
As I say, it's not about asking, have you been vaccinated? Ask when you've been vaccinated, because we now have people waning in their vaccination. 2 months is for Johnson & Johnson, 6 months for Pfizer and Moderna. If they are beyond that, I tell them, you can watch us eat dinner from afar. We'll, we'll do Zoom dinner. You have yours and I'll have mine. I'll even have them delivered to you, but not in my house.
Thank you guys so much. It's been an awesome year. Dr. Mays, thank you. Thank all of you that have been guests on the show. Continue to come back next year. We have an amazing lineup of individuals. We want you to be safe. We want you to have a Merry Christmas, and we definitely want you to plan for a prosperous New Year alive. And so with that, Stephen, did you want to say anything? And Greg, did you want to say anything before we close out?
Again, thank you for all those who've been on the air for a year and a half. I'd like to personally thank Crystal Mitchell, the founder and creator, as well as Gregory. For you and your loved ones, have a blessed holiday season.
Greg?
And Crystal, since we're going to not be broadcasting for the next 2 weeks and the community will be dearly missing us, where can they watch pre-recorded shows of our other programs?
If they have some downtime and want to keep up during the holidays, they can go to the community briefing. All the previous guests. The link is connected to the pictures of the previous guests, so you can go there. You can also go to the business zone under the community briefing, or just Google the community briefing, and all 72 program shows are there for you to update yourself and entertain yourself during the holidays. That would be an honor that you guys would take out time for Christmas to look at us. That'd be fantastic. Make sure you subscribe if you are doing that, but definitely come back in January. Also from Robin Phillips, who's our other co-host, she's been ill as well. She got amazing news from her doctor, and so she's on the road to and on the mend, and should be back in January with us as well. So her oncologist says she's got good numbers, good report, and so prayer works, guys, because we prayed Robin back.
One last thing, Donna Diamond has an announcement of an article that's been written about her. Please,
Oh, okay.
Donna, very quickly.
You know what? The American Heart Association is publishing an article due to run on January 17th about my stroke survival and losing my vision and believing in my Heavenly Father to restore everything, and He has. And I'm just so blessed because it'll be 10 years in February since I had the stroke, and I survived a stroke, Felecia, on an airplane. So I'm not supposed to be here according to the doctors, but there's a Heavenly Father who has the last say.
Amen.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Michelle, happy belated birthday. We know you had a good time. I saw it. Bianca, thank you for coming out every week. So with that, guys, we're going to bid you guys a goodbye. We're going dark into January 6th. So we will see you guys there, healthy and safe. Dr. Mays say healthy and safe. Double up your mask. And request, when did they get their last test and did they get their booster? So let's be diligent.
Oh, Crystal.
Yes.
Bianca Bobecki, 1 minute.
Hi, everyone. Emma Maxwell, who spoke earlier, she wanted me to say a quick thing that she wanted me to let you know that my advance loan was approved by SBA. So don't give up. Just keep calling, keep nagging them.
Happy
holidays.
Happy holidays.
Yeah.
Happy holidays.
All right, guys, have a great one. We will
Merry
see
Christmas,
you
Happy
in
New
January.
Year.
Merry Christmas
Merry
and Happy
Christmas.
New Year.
We'll see y'all in
Happy
2022.
holidays.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Be safe. Be safe.
Yes, be